Hi there, welcome, it's Anna here, and today I am here with a flip through of my botanical junk journal that I just finished. Okay, let's get into it. This is, as I said, a botanical themed junk journal, and it's made out of a repurposed book that was published in 1958, so it's vintage. and I had totally revamped it. It was a botanical book, but now it's revamped. So let's start with some measurements. It is 6 3/4 by 10 inches, and it has a spine that is 3/4 of an inch. It is, let's see, it has 7 signatures that it's sewn in with a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. It has a hidden hollowback spine and a total of, I didn't count the pages. I have to think. Well, I have to count them. I'm gonna write it in the description box below. Okay, as you can see, it has a wraparound. I have never done this before, but I found this beautiful runner that I decided to make into a wraparound for this journal because it doesn't have a closure and it has a bit of alligator mouth tendencies. So I made a wrap, and it closes with what's it called, snap fasteners, right? Yes. This was a really long runner, so I cut it in pieces, and I have sewn this on machine. Then I added the little button, and I added this flower here on top of it. But I think it's quite pretty. And here you see the pretty cover. The cover was originally red, and I added some scrapbooking paper back and front, and I added this fussy cut rose on this side, and on this side I added a small collage with a fussy cut and a label, and I had a bit of fun with labels here and there. And it says journal on the spine, and it has this gilded flower there. So I think this is a really, really pretty book. Botanical ledger stylish. Okay, let's get into it. It has lots of pages to go through, and when you open it up like this is the original first page, and on this side we have a flip out. The end paper it's a backdrop from Tim Holtz. This side here we have a beautiful rose image that I have sewn on to some what's it called, file folder, that's it. And inside it is a pocket that I made in Use It or Lose It last week, I believe. You can journal on that tag as well. Here we have another pocket on the back, which has one of my journaling cards that I made with collage papers, and this one opens up, I think, and you can journal here and on the back. So that's botanical. So I had a bit of fun with this journal. And here's another pocket that hides a journaling card. You can journal in here, or you can put in signature and make it into a little notebook if you like. I didn't do that because the book was getting quite bulky as it was, so I didn't want to add even more bulk. Okay, first page down there, it says 1958, which is the publishing date. Just getting a sip of coffee. Here we have a little mini collage. No, it's not a collage. This is just a fussy cut, and then I did a bit of stamping down here. Love the lilacs. This paper comes from a flow book of paper that I purchased many, many years ago. No, I got it for Christmas, I believe. Here we have some stenciling, a folio from a dictionary, I believe. This was about roses. We have tea dye paper. We have a page from a Webster's dictionary from the 60s. Here we have a little pocket with a flip out. So we have beautiful flowers there, and then you can journal from here. And inside it is this little journaling card that I made using scrapbook pages and fly leaves and things like that. We have lined paper, and here we have another folio from a book with a floral theme. Beautiful, beautiful images. And this is the reason I chose this page. It says botany, and then I have just lined around it so that you can see what it says. Definition. Here is a tip-in, tipped in with fabric, and this is a journaling card that I made with a page from a book that's called Garden Eden, that is published by Taschen, the publisher. And you can journal on the back here. And this is a genuine antique envelope, and I added a tiny little journaling card in here. I love the lily of the valley. I have a little tab there. There's some washi tape on it as well. And the idea to this came from her channel is called Mima Makes nowadays, and she hasn't been active for a while, but I got the idea from her. So entering the next signature, and as you can see, I have reinforced the folds, some of the book pages, with washi tape. And when I did that, I also added glue stick underneath to make it really strong. Okay, we have a folio from a French book about herbs, I believe. We have music paper, another folio from a botanical book. We have paper that has been dyed with a stencil. Here we have a page from a newspaper clippings book. And we have an envelope that has been embossed, the flap, and I added 2 little journaling cards in here that I made. Carl von Linné, the father of many of the plant names. On this side, the envelope flips out. You can journal around. It's old and foxed. And inside it, we have a journaling card with the flower called Linnea, from which was named after him. In the center we have a French dictionary page, and it's about botanique, and you have lots of botanical images there. Here I have extended a page with some wrapping paper, beautiful yellow hues, a little label up there. I have added a few special touches here and there just to make it more interesting. Here we have another tip-in, and this comes from the same book, A Garden Eden, and I have just backed it onto some paper, and then I have edge punched it and added a bit of green ink to it with the distress, so you can journal on the back of that. Going to the third signature. Here we have another little pocket, and this is a CD envelope, and I removed the acetate or the see-through paper and added a transparency of Tim Holtz instead, and I added a bit of tape and stamping and label, and I haven't added anything in this pocket, but you can do that if you like. So that's why it looks like it does, and I absolutely love this, and it's been tea dyed as well. This page has been extended with a page from Janet Marsh book, added a little bit of label down there, This page was black and white. It was from a book about flowers, and I decided to just do some watercolor, and then a little bit of swatching down here and stamping, and I love how that turned out. Here we have another extended page, which on this side we also have a pocket made out of a vintage postcard that I got. And inside that pocket we have another one of the double journaling cards. You could separate these and make it into two as well if you like, or add signature and make it into a little booklet. We have some eco dyed paper. We have more of the botanical book in the center. And here I just added a little label to complement the blue down there. This page has been extended with a piece of stationery. And over here I added a fussy cut leaf from a could it be crocus or hydrangea? I can't remember, but it's a petal. And then I added a bit of stamping as well. We have more from the Janet Marsh book, some stationery, and a tip. Here I did the same thing. These were black and white, so I added some watercolor again. I also added some swatches and a label and some stamping, and I absolutely love how this turned out. So beautiful and vibrant. So that's a favorite. I have been playing a lot with watercolors and things. This is also stationery. I did some stamping on it, Tim Holt stamps. More pages from the same botanical book, Bilder ur Nordens flora. We have more eco-dyed pictures. This comes from a book, I can't remember if it's the... it's from a book, of course, book page. Beautiful sketches. Lined paper. Here on this short page, we have another one of the book page pocket thingies. So this is from a book called Fleur de Paris. And fleur means flower. I added a label, a tab, you can open it up, you can journal here. Here's a tiny little pocket. So it's a double pocket. Let's see if I can get it out. And I added a journaling card in here. Maybe I should have a tab on it. Why doesn't it want to come out? There we go. With a little bug on it. I think that's fun. This comes from a collage masterboard. And in the back we have this journaling card that I made. And I also added some labels and washi tape and 4 cellophane tape and things to make it look grungy. In the center we have this beautiful rose. Lots of botanical images, but still lots of writing space. This is the old fly leaves from the book. Here I just added a label and a fussy cut and some tape. And I love how that turned out as well. Really interesting. And I believe this is an orchid that is called Gusko. I believe it is. I might be wrong, but I think that is. In Swedish. That's a little rub-on with a bumblebee. We have a tip in, the fly leaves from the Garden Eden book. Another eco-dyed paper. And folio from another botanical book. I've added lots of different papers in here. Green grid paper. Music paper, of course. We have a tip in here. This is just the front of an envelope. You can journal on the back here. I've tipped it in with washi tape, added a fussy cut, added a label and a piece of tape, cellophane tape that I made look old with alcohol inks. Love how that turned out. Lots of color. On this shorter page we just added a little bit of it was supposed to be a journaling card, but I added it here as a decoration. in the center we have another page from the French book. This one is Fleur. We have handmade paper with flower petals in. And on this side we have, I stamped this Journal de Botanique. It's a, I believe it's Sampo stamp, and this is stamped on fabric, and I just pinned it to the page with one of the Tim Holtz pins. Let's see if we have anything else fun over here. The images from the original text block are really cool, I think. Here I covered the text because it was a plain text page. I covered it with lined paper, and I added this envelope. The address itself was not very fun, so I just added this torn out botanical image and added it underneath here, so it's a flip, and inside is this journaling card made in a use it to lose it. Stamping, tape, inking, lovely grungy. Can you please lift up? Thank you. So lots of details in this journal. Here we have Botanique, which comes from a French book. It was just a start page, and it's a bit tall, so it folds up here, and I have just clipped in this huge tag. This was meant to go in the front, but it was too big, so it will go in here instead. And it's a tiny Tim Holtz paper clip that holds it in. Beautiful image. It could be apple blossom. No, it's not. Something else. Blackcurrant maybe. We have paper that has been done with a stencil. Small collage. As I said, the book was originally published in 1958, so I added 1958's April calendar because it's April now that I finish it, so that you can remember that. We have Edith Holden. Of course we have Edith Holden because it's a botanical journal, and I chose this page. I rarely use it, but it really belonged in this book. And once again I did a bit of watercolor swatches over here, tried to pick up some of the colors here in this image, and I added a bit of stamping as well. Here I added a fussy cut bird to that page, just adding some fun stuff. Here I made a side tuck with a image from Janet Marsh's book, and inside it is one other journaling card. This one comes from the Garden Eden, and it has a little label down there that I added. We have more of that. Here I extended a short page with a piece of stationery once again, and let's see, going into the last folio, I think I added some ledger. It has a flip. I haven't done anything with that. I left it to the new owner of the book. We have some really dark grungy music paper. And on this side, this was a fun card because we had a butterfly in the center that I cut out, and then I fussy cut around the edge, added some acetate, and you can add a photo in here or whatever you like. I have left it blank because it's up to you. You can also journal in here if you like, but it's also pocket. So here we have, I couldn't decide which page I wanted to do this, so I just added it as it is. You can add pages in here and make it into a booklet, or you can fussy cut it, or do whatever you like. This is from a 1981 book about flowers. We have more of the eco dyed, more of the music manuscript page. Here in the center we have a French book page about La Fleur. Really beautiful. Here I added some slugs, snails, slugs, which, you know, if you have a garden or go in nature, you will meet these guys, and yeah, so here's a reminder. I could have watercolored these as well, but I wanted to leave something fun. We have reached the back of the book, and here I added to the book page, I added another, what's that called? It's called a color plate from another book, which is a Bougainvillea, and it's a huge pocket, so I just glued 3 sides, and inside it we have this journaling card for now, and you can journal on the back of that. Could do something bigger in there as well. And this is the end papers of the book, that side. So that was the botanical journal, all of it. I hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed making this journal. I've had so much fun. It's one of my favorites this year, even though I made many fun journals. This one might be my favorite so far. Thank you all so much for being with me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know the drill. Thumbs up, say hi down below, or let me know what you think about the journal. And if you're interested, it will be available in my Etsy shop. And yeah, thank you all for being with me. I really appreciate all of you. Bye for now.